If you're anything like me, you grew up with your eyes glued to the television 7 days a week, watching a bevy of television shows that centered around a specific family. And through each episode, we were taken through their quirky mishaps, their mistakes, their blunders, or internal conflicts. And by the end of every episode, the audience was supposed to take in a moral lesson to teach us about family values and in loving each other. Whether it was a sitcom or dramedy, the formula was mostly the same, as well as the character dynamic and the archetypes of all of these characters. Most of these shows always featured two parents who were loving, understanding, stern to their children, also hardworking and very present, emotionally, mentally, and physically. The fathers were always jovial, goofy, funny, and sometimes low energy. And the mothers were always caring, warm, soft, understanding, but also lay down the law to their children when they needed to.
I asked you a question. Elgin Barrett Eugene Smith III.
And the formula was pretty much the same with the children of the families as well. And each child was portrayed as a specific archetype to also represent a specific demographic of teens and children. Some of those archetypes were the dumb son.
Open the door, close the door, I am so confused.
Or the airheaded daughter, the rebel.
Ridiculously hard over a little mud on the floor.
You two are the most ungrateful, badly behaved, inconsiderate boys ever born. How could you be so heartless?
What is heartless about going to a party with a bunch of slutty girls?
Be cool.
Then you have the caregiver.
I'll expect the other $372.22 shortly.
I'm a full-time mother with no help, Fiona.
Donut Prince is hiring.
The innocent.
Daddy?
Yeah?
I broke your juicer.
But what I noticed, especially as an adult, is that the children of all of these television shows were mostly really good children, despite their rebellions, talking back to their parents, their slip-ups in school. They were always good children. But the evil and rotten to the core children were always reserved for the animated series.
Hey, Mom, fuck me. Fuck me right here in the bed spot. You want to fuck your son so bad? Go on, Mom. Fuck me. Fuck me.
Victory is mine!
And of course, I have...
Whoa.
Relax, guys. We do not abuse real life children around here. Only the animated ones, okay? Okay, enough of this long-winded ass intro. This video is about the 5 most evil children in television history. All right, let's go. Shh.
If anyone asks where you got it, I know nothing.
The first offender is Jennifer Humphrey Dumphrey. I mean, this girl has such a long line of offenses to the point that she was very unbearable to stomach after a while. Yes, it's typical for young girls to defy and disobey their parents, especially their father, but the way she would constantly disrespect and beat her father down for not having the lifestyle that she wanted so badly for herself. She would try to tear down her father because she wasn't flying into school on a private jet or in a limo the way the other kids were at Constance. And she always tried to play victim as if she was in a household that hated her. Her father loved her very much so, and that's why he tried to protect her, try to guide her in the right direction, and all she did was challenge him in the worst of ways. Like running away, dropping out of school, trying to sabotage his relationship with Lily. She was so clout thirsty to the point that nothing else mattered but getting popular, and it was quite sad because if I was her father, I'd just be devastated that my daughter is a loser. Like, she was legit a loser because she would literally compromise herself, her family, her whatever values that she had were all out of the window while she was chasing this popularity so bad. It was pretty cringeworthy to watch. And what breaks my heart the most is how she had the best parent on the show by far. But she was just a terrible person to almost everybody. But we're just talking about her being a terrible daughter. I was so happy and relieved for Rufus when he finally just grew the balls and shipped her off to her deadbeat mother so she could be her mother's headache. Because he did not deserve that type of pain and headache that Jenny brought on to him. It was just so terrible. But on to the next.
How does my hair look?
I don't know, red?
Just take the pictures.
Today's video is sponsored by me. If you didn't know, I'm an author, and these are all of my book babies right here. Most of them are poetry collections. I also have a couple of novels available. All you have to do is just click the link in the description and you can see everything you need to see. My books are available on Amazon, iBooks, Google Play. This chick will forever have a special spot on my shit list for the rest of my life. She is one of the most irredeemable characters I've ever come across, especially on a show full of irredeemable characters. She pretty much tops the cake. From a very young age, she dated a young man. She entrapped a man and got pregnant. She stole strollers for a living. She also stole food from the people of the houses she was working for. She had sex with a young girl and her mother. Money from the family's fund just to buy expensive clothes that she still looked trash in. Stole Lip's social security number. She was the reason why Frank broke his sobriety, even though he probably would have broke it eventually anyways. But the fact that she was the reason why is pretty crazy. It was violent. She also paid a child to impersonate her daughter. She even neglected her baby from time to time. Like, this lady had a long list of transgressions dating back from the age she was 13 years old, like lying about getting molested by a man. Like, she was, I'm off her. Just on to the next one. I'm actually getting pissed off thinking about it.
You know, it's a shame, Mom. My dad's dead.
Rue. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna get right into it. I never understood her character arc of like, oh, my dad's dead, I'm gonna do drugs now. Because I understand that grief makes you do very terrible things, especially to yourself. But the way she treated her mother, who seemingly felt like a pretty decent mom, but she always alluded to the fact that her mom was a terrible mom, but we never saw why. Because quite honestly, her mom never even got a chance to be a mom while we saw them on screen together. Rue was either binging on drugs, running away, slamming doors, stomping at her sister, cursing at her mom. Like, it was a never-ending, anxiety-inducing type of ordeal when every time we saw her on screen together. But I don't even have to really explain why she's number 3 on this list, because look at this scene. This was one of the most anxiety-inducing scenes I've ever seen in my life. All her mother ever did was try to get her daughter some help, and you just felt bad for her. Well, at least I did, because Rue was uncontrollable and was not trying to receive any type of help. It's almost like she wanted to die, and she wanted to terrorize everybody that was in her way of stopping her from dying. That's literally it.
Now we're...
This little fucker, Drew Vanderkamp, was so insufferable and so damn evil to his mother, to the point where I just couldn't understand where it stemmed from. From the jump, he breaks curfew, steals the car that his father did give him, but his mother did not want him driving that said car. With that car, he runs over an old lady and showed absolutely no remorse. Like, he could have not given any less fucks than he did when he ran over that lady. His excuse was, well, she's old, she's gonna die anyways. What? Are you serious? And even after he truck sticks the old lady with the car, his mom still protects him. She cleans up the scene, cleans up the car, and says, please, son, just lay low. But he does the exact opposite. He continues to get drunk. He continues to go outside. So much so that when he becomes too uncontrollable, she decides to send him off to boot camp, which deservedly so. But this little fucker spits in her face as he was getting carried out. Spits in his own mother's face.
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
When Bree turned a new leaf and became sober, guess what that little fucker did? He coerced her into drinking. Then he clapped cheeks with her boyfriend, who was a recovering sex addict. He also did the most egregious thing a child can do to their parent. He falsely accused his mother of sexually and physically abusing him.
What?
He was so awful to the point when Bree mustered up enough strength to finally give up on him and just drop him off at this gas station. I was just so happy for her and I was so proud. I just wanted to give her a hug and a kiss and I just wanted to tell her that everything was going to be okay because she did what had to be done. She deserved to be free from this evil spawn of a human being. And the fact that he tried to make it seem as if he hated his mom because she was homophobic and hated him for being gay was the most asinine thing I've ever heard, because he was awful to her before he even told her that he was gay. So for you to even try to make it seem like she's homophobic, so you hate her. Yes, she had traditional values, but she never gave off the vibe that she hated her son based on his sexuality. Yes, she had things where she wanted her family image to be portrayed a specific way, but I honestly, in my heart, believe that over time, she would have adjusted to his way of life, his beliefs, and his values while maintaining hers. I know of or heard of plenty parents with traditional values who just allowed their children to be who they are. And Drew went out of his way many times to try to make his mother uncomfortable with his sexuality by kissing or trying to make love while at home. Push those boundaries in front of his mom just to make her seem like she was homophobic. That's not cool, bro. And was Bree a control freak? Heck yes. But she never, not once disowned her children. That's one thing she never did. And this kid really tried to use that as an excuse to be a terrible human being. No, we not having that, bro.
What, you're gonna leave me out here in the middle of nowhere?
I noticed a bus stop about a mile back. You can go anywhere you want.
Mom, please don't do this.
Look at him screaming, mama, mama, like a little bitch after everything he did.
I can't be around you anymore. I'm just not strong enough.
You know how deplorable of a human being you must be for your mother to say she does not have the strength to love you anymore. Most of us could drown 1,000 puppies and our mothers would still find a way to love us. Somehow Drew broke that love. Come on, man.
I'm Tariq St. fucking Patrick!
There's no way you guys did not see this one come. We're talking about Tariq St. fucking Patrick, the kid who ruined his entire family because he wanted to sell drugs. In the beginning, he was this wide-eyed child who idolized his father, lived in a very big house, had everything a child could ever ask for. Then suddenly things changed. When his parents split up, he became the typical TV child who acts out because his parents are divorced and he's not getting his way anymore. He starts sipping lean, hanging out with the wrong people, skipping school. You know the whole teenage cliche shit. And once he found out what his father, Ghost, did for an actual living, or at least in his past life, that's when things really changed. His first major offense started off when he was a teenager. He stole a gun from his father's girlfriend's closet, went to school with it, got caught, started selling a little drugs on campus. You know that shit. That's when things start to get dark for Tariq St. Patrick. It's an interesting thing I've noticed about Tariq St. Patrick. He is a direct reflection of what it is like to have an enforcer as a father and an enabler as a mother. Like when Tariq got caught with that gun, Tasha did not hold her son accountable at all. The first thing she said was, what was Angela doing with the gun in the house anyways? She's a fucking cop. Duh, she's going to have a gun in the house. What was your son doing snooping through her stuff, stealing her gun and taking it to school? See, you don't ask those type of questions, Tasha, because you're stupid. But I'm going off on a tangent, I'm sorry. But let's go back to this topic. Tariq is the reason why his sister Raina got popped, because the perpetrator was looking for him. Found Raina. Raina was like, I know exactly who you are. And he popped her right there while Tariq was lurking in the shadows. And guess what? He really showed very little remorse about his sister over time. It was kind of like the game is the game. Like, bro, what is wrong with this little sociopath? And it didn't help him that his parents were never on the same accord when it came to him. You have one parent who said he needs to go to school, stay out of the streets because he's a smart kid. And on the other end, you got his mother was like, we just got to let him do what he wants to do because he's going to do it anyways. Like, what? What kind of mother does that? So he's a product of a terrible mother, but also the product of a lying father. I feel like if Ghost would have told the truth, it would have been better. If Ghost would have told the truth in the beginning, to Tariq, I think it would have been much easier for him to guide Tariq in the way he wanted to guide him in. He killed his own father because his father refused to let him be a thug. He is the reason why his mother and his little sister are in witness protection. He not only ruined his family's life, every single family or person he comes into contact with, they immediately are ruined by his toxicity. We're talking Lauren, Effie, Braden, the Tejadas. All the 15 bodies that got dropped on Stansfield are somehow linked to him, and I don't know, all the plot armor in the world is keeping him from out of jail. There is no way that this black kid from the hood touchdowns on one of the most prestigious campuses in America and immediately bodies, and no one is raising an eye saying, okay, this guy has something to do with it because no one ever died before he got onto campus, and now people are dropping by the week. Like, it's just insane how he gets away with everything. Plot armor. But that's neither here or there. That's all, guys. If you all enjoyed the video, please share, subscribe, or you can donate $1 to show some love to my Cash App, or you can purchase some of my books. Once again, the link will be in the description. I appreciate the support in every single view I get. Y'all stay blessed until I drop the next video. Love y'all.